My Easter holidays. This Easter holiday, I lived the greatest adventure of my life. My family and I went to an island to hunt for hidden treasure.
Tenerife hides a natural treasure, a jewel of its historic past, a place where its volcanic lava met the ocean.
As soon as we reached the island, we settled in a magical hotel. You could walk out of the door and onto the beach.
Located next to the sea, to the south of Tenerife.
But if you crossed a bridge, you entered a lunar landscape without leaving the hotel.
A spectacular natural area, declared an environmental reserve, which remains practically the same as it was hundreds of thousands of years ago. A real gap in time. A place to discover the singularity and endemisms of its flora and fauna. The various eruptive periods. The adaptation of living beings to the territory. The lifestyle of its first inhabitants. And the use of resources it has produced throughout history.
Another thing which surprised me about the hotel were the rooms. They had transparent walls.
Rooms which combine spaciousness with the privacy of the original shape, such as the visual integration of the bathroom and bedroom with glass walls, with the possibility of separating them with wooden panels.
And there was also a tortoise which lives on the beach next to the hotel.
Inspired by the shapes, colours and textures of their natural surroundings, the rooms at San Blas Nature Reserve are an elegant extension of the landscape, decorated with examples of the flora and fauna of the surroundings themselves, designed to offer comfort and rest.
At the hotel, we did something different every day. One day we entered a time tunnel and travelled to the past.
The Historical Experience Tunnel, a place to relive the most significant and moving passages in the history of San Blas, from prehistory down to the present day.
Another day we entered a place where we could see things which were invisible.
The Interpretation Room, a place to discover enigmas which escape the senses. Understand the balance between the irrepressible forces of nature and know the prodigious usefulness which many natural elements had for human beings.
And in the hotel cinema, I saw a film about the Guanches who lived there a long time ago. Not in the hotel, of course, but in the caves.
Audio-visual projections shot in high definition, where each documentary is a window onto an epoch. An activity from the past to the marvels of nature of San Blas.
Ah, and I also saw how they built the hotel. Well, the hotel was already built, but I saw how it was done.
The Making of Room, a place to observe the refurbishment process of this natural space, to transform it into the San Blas Environmental Reserve, from the preliminary scientific studies which certified its value to the inauguration of the hotel.
I think the hotel was under a spell. My mum was relaxed all day. She didn't even get angry the day she waited for me at the saltwater pool while I was in one of the heated pools.
Over 1,400 metres squared of swimming pools, comprising 5 swimming pools, including 2 heated pools and 1 saltwater pool.
My parents never stopped saying, "Look how pretty that is, how curious this is," and particularly what a luxury to enjoy such a fine meal next to the sea.
A la carte restaurant with direct views over the Big Blue.
Although what most impressed me was the cave of Achona.
Buffet restaurant with special menus on theme nights. Diet, vegetarian and children's specialities in an original atmosphere inspired by the landscape and Guanche culture.
I spent all day having fun and making friends.
Postcard workshops, games of the world, theatre workshop, balloon figures, magic and tricks, children's dance therapy, kite workshop, windmills workshop, percussion workshop using recycled elements.
And my parents relaxed at the mini spa or had fun playing tennis or golf.
Leisure sports area with direct access to the beach for tennis, paddle, handball, football, beach volleyball, sports circuits, swimming, water gym, traditional sports, gymnasium with fitness room and mini spa for muscle building, aerobic, maintenance and stretching. 27-hole golf course right next to the hotel.
But we also did activities together. We would stroll in the garden, sail on the lake next to the hotel.
Sailing, traditional fishing and local games on a navigable artificial lake, surrounded by a unique garden with local flora and the cultural landscaping of the area.
And at night we had fun watching the shows and performances.
The Magma Showroom, equipped with excellent systems of projection, lighting and sound to ensure an unforgettable experience. The San Blas Show is notable, a multimedia representation exclusive to this innovative setting. The Square, with an open-air stage for holding popular and festive events in a relaxed, friendly atmosphere.
Although the best moment was the night we went camping in the mountains near the hotel.
An original event designed for all ages, with nature tours, archaeology workshops, evenings under the full moon, the star route, laughter therapy, photograph competitions, camping nights.
Lying there under the stars, I remember the secret treasure which I had almost forgotten with all the activity, and I asked my dad, "Dad, where do you think the treasure's hidden?" And he answered,
"Perhaps it's not hidden, son. Perhaps we found it without realizing. And if it was as small as an insect, or fleeting like a flower, and if it had an unexpected shape, like the giant stone waves around us, don't you think that this natural space, with all its secrets, is a real jewel of nature?"
Then I understood that I had already discovered the real treasure without realizing and without leaving such a special hotel. After that conversation between adults, man to man, I decided to explain to my best friends that in Tenerife there is an incredible treasure to discover, an ideal spot for sunbathing and to have fun and learn. For us, it was an unforgettable experience which we'll repeat. Ah, miss, I'm writing the address of the San Blas Environmental Reserve webpage if you should decide to go there. If you like to read about my trip, imagine living it. If you liked reading about my trip, imagine living it.
San Blas Environmental Reserve, a new way to enjoy the sun.